Mystery, hello! What up? What up? You know what up? Actually, my stream. Hello, hi, Ruka. Hello. Wait, I'm not sure why Castor Labs YouTube is not connecting. Give me a moment. Let me just make sure that it is plugged in. I mean, it's pretty much connected. I don't know why. Yeah, okay, it has connected to YouTube successfully. Hello, hey. Yeah, this is mostly for my own reference, cause the chat just doesn't show up. Doesn't show up in you know, the one below here. Anyway, yeah. Okay, hello. It has been really long time, a hot minute since I last streamed the Great Ace Attorney 2. I think the last time I streamed it was like mid-December, so it's been about 2 months. It's been about 2 months. Hello. Hi, May! You just reminded me I forgot to open Mix It Up. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, thank you for reminding me. I'll get you that hit back here. No updating now. No update now. I knew I was forgetting something. Thank you for reminding me what it is. Hello, Kumadora. Hello. Hey. I'm just waiting for Mix It Up to lock me in so that I could, you know, give May the hit pat that she's owed. Hi. I feel like it's been so long since I last saw May. Hi. Miss you so much. Well, you know, even for my closer friends, I haven't really been reaching out on I haven't even been reaching out on like DMs and stuff. Okay, like it's just so tiring. Yeah, but anyway, hit that. There we go. There is your hit pat, May. Hey, hit that. Thank you. I love it. Very nice. Really, pretty soon I'm gonna get a bald spot right there. Yeah, right there. Kumatara, please do not sleep on the floor. There are better options than that, like a piece of cardboard. Okay, if you're gonna sleep on the floor, at least put a piece of cardboard there. You know, I'm pretty sure it's more comfortable on the cardboard. You know what I mean? Hi, Indias. Hello. Hi. We're finally back with the gay lawyers. We're finally back to see Princess Barok. We are going to spirit Princess Barok away, you know, and like ensure that our princess is well taken care of. So I'm very excited. Yeah. So honestly, it's been tiring. But I promised to stream today, and today we're gonna stream. And I don't know if I will stream very late today because I actually got the job interview tomorrow, sometime tomorrow morning. So we will have to see. Okay, we'll have to see how long it'll take. Probably we probably won't go to whatever. We go with the flow. Okay, we go with the flow. Hopefully we at least finish like one part, if we can 2 parts. But considering this is like the last case? I think this is the second last case. This is like episode 4, right? Yeah, episode 4. Okay, so I don't know how long it's gonna be. We'll just have to try, okay? Okay, and also I have to open up strategy wiki because I do not trust myself. Okay, I do not trust myself. I do not trust myself, and I would like to make sure I have a backup plan. Yeah. I want to sleep on the couch, but my stepfather already sleeps there. I see. Okay, well, I guess the floor it is then. The floor it is. Yeah. The trial part 1. I'm just going to leave it here, and we should be able to begin. Yeah. My replies are probably gonna be slow because the stream is laggy for me. No, not the underground internet. No, Kiko, it's alright. It's alright. I completely understand. Okay, you just do your best. Okay, you do your best. When you reach home, I'm sure you have much better internet. But yeah, take your time. Stay safe. Okay. Yes. With that, guys, let us start playing. Let's go. Okay, we are going to go episode 4, Twisted Karma, and his last bow trial part 1. Let's go. Yeah, I don't really have snacks tonight, so if it sounds like I'm dying, It's probably because I am. The small things. Let's not talk about them, right? Okay, 2nd November, 8:56 a.m. The Old Bailey and defendant's antechamber. There's that old familiar feeling again. Crushing pressure of this historic courthouse. My internet is good except when the signal suddenly drops. What a mood. The internet is just moody. Actually, no. It's a little different today. There's an even more menacing tension in the air. There is a menacing tension in the air here today, isn't there? I suppose. Yes, I think so. Excuse me, fam. Wow, guys, I wonder where the menacing tension came from, huh? Couldn't possibly be Mr. Barok and Zeke standing right next to us, huh? Absolutely not. Yeah, definitely not from there. It can only be the result of the menacing appearance of the defendant. A little more courtesy, if you please. Okay, let me just like... Yeah, perfect. Oh my, I do apologize. However, you're certainly not mistaken that this trial is far from ordinary. What do you mean? I'm not privy to the details. Wait, is it privy? Yeah, privy. I'm not privy to the details. However, I understand that no jury has been selected. No jury? Who are we gonna fight with? Who are we gonna argue against? A trial without a jury? Well, oh, that's just like the trial of the professor 10 years ago. Dun dun dun. A closed court. Oh, not this guy again! No! I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. Anyway, pretend I didn't say anything, yes? Good morning, my dear fellow. Mr. Sholmes! Have you made note of my hair, Mr. Naruto? And now to write a victory for science, you must agree? I guess it turned back to the correct color? To be perfectly honest, so much happened yesterday that... Well, I completely forgot about your little hair problem. Ha! What to one man is a little hair problem is to another a day of drinking dubious potion after dubious potion. I mean, if you didn't try and scam your way into the red-headed league, you wouldn't have had to do that in the first place. But yeah, I guess definitely. You have no idea how my stomach ails me this morning. Oh dear, how awful for you. I'm afraid you only have yourself to blame, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, exactly. You see, Ryunosuke actually knows what he's talking about. I agree with him. I need to take a screenshot. Yeah, guys, is this like, is Sholmes and Barok a valid ship? I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. So if anyone has any intel on this, let me know. And good morning to you, Mr. Reaper. I'm delighted to see you looking so full of vim. And are you? I see London's celebrated, right? London's celebrated great detective is as active as ever. Oh, you exaggerate, my dear fellow. Compared to my paltry engagements with a few trivial cases, the Reaper's overbearing presence is a far greater deterrent to the black roots of crime in our capital. Oh my gosh, these two are being really snide with each other. Anything is a ship if you try. Wait, really? I'm still looking forward to seeing where the one specific Sholmes ship came from. So I look forward to figuring out more about that. Very good. Speechless Van Zeeks. Perfect. Tara, hello! Waking up to cute Shiba is always a good way to start the day. Hope you're doing great today. Hi! Thank you for the 15 months. so glad I got to have you start the day. Well, honestly, today was kind of tiring, and there are some things I'm not looking forward to doing next week for work. But yes, I'm very happy to be here with you guys finally. Okay. Yes. So, let's go! Let's go! I hope you're doing great too, Zero. All the best. I'm pretty sure these two are ship. They definitely have ship potential. Not as much as some of the ships, but these two definitely have ship potential. Just saying. Okay, let's go. And whilst I may not agree with your methods, there is at least one point on which I would readily commend you. What an honor. And that would be... your eye for good lawyers. Oh! What? Oh! Awa? He's calling us a good lawyer? Mr. Schultz! After all, behind this lawyer there is a very great mind. My own. I take that back. I take that back. You piece of... You watch out. You watch out. You sleep with both eyes open tonight, Shultz. You sleep with both eyes open tonight, Shultz. I will come after you. You watch out. You piece. You piece! What are you trying to say? I wish only to say that you should be prepared for quite a trial, Mr. Reaper. Sorry to barge in. Ah! Gina! It's Gina and Professor Mikotoba! Gina! Gina! What's that on her arm? It's a morning band, I suppose. What the hell's a morning band? I mean, I guess it's for morning, but I didn't know this existed. Father! Shouldn't you be at the symposium? It's been postponed, so I have some free time. I decided to come along with the police inspector to see our country's up-and-coming student in action. Oh, sure, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I shall be very interested to see the fruits of your studies over the past year. Well, it's an honor to have you here. Let's hope there are some fruits to see. I mean, not gonna lie, Ryunosuke, you've been kind of fruity this whole time, but yeah, I don't think that's the fruit that I don't think that's the fruit that the professor's talking about, so let's not talk about it, yeah? Although... Oh, yes, Gina? Why'd you agree to this, eh? Why'd you take him on? This Reaper bloke. Everyone says it was him what killed the boss. I'm sorry, Gina, but I just don't believe that. Well, if it weren't him, who was it? I don't know that yet. I don't care who calls him what. Reaper's just a name. He's just a person at the end of the day. And if it turns out it was him what killed the boss, then God help him. Oh, she's pissed. Look at her. Fury eyes indeed. Yes, the culprit deserves every ounce of your loathing. Okay. At least that may be some solace to the deceased. She's so sad. Not our boy. Please, Otto. Get whoever did this for the boss. Okay, we will. Oh, Gina. I ain't feeling this useless, but there's nothing I can do. So you've got to find who done this and make the Reds pay. That was so filthy. Help! Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court will be in session shortly. Make your way into the courtroom at once, please. just happy the professor is there, though. Like, he may only be watching, but I appreciate his presence. Alright then, here we go. It's time, Mr. Naruhodo. Lord Van Zeeks! Let's go, baby! One who lost his treasured brother to a mass murderer. One who lost his treasured father in a foreign court of law. And one who lost the man who helped her escape destitution. All that misfortune, all that pain, on course to collide headlong in this trial. It's time to shine a light on all these dark events. And whatever truth is revealed... Oh man, this is like one of the first times we see his back view. We're going to have to look it straight in the eye. Things aren't looking that peachy for us. 2nd November, 9:20 AM, the Old Bailey courtroom. Honestly, I couldn't be a lawyer even if I tried. I can't do this morning shit, okay? I'm such a night owl. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We are here to conduct the fair and just trial of the defendant, Barok Van Zeeks. Fair and just trial them all. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready to begin? The defense is ready, my lord. Kazuma! The prosecution is more than ready. Oh, Kazuma-sama! I've been wishing to see you in court again for so long, it feels. But I never pictured it happening like this. I never thought I'll be facing you behind the prosecution's bench. The so-called Reaper of the Bailey has been a scourge like no other, undermining Her Majesty's justice system. Today, we must uncover the truth behind this scourge. In other words, this trial is going to be a lot more far-reaching than Inspector Grigson's murder. The truths revealed by these proceedings may have unpredictable repercussions through the judiciary. Accordingly, they are to be conducted as a closed trial, with no members of the public present. Then what are those shadowy figures behind Ryunosuke and Kazuma? Could you tell me that? By Her Majesty's direct orders. You see, what? If this is a closed trial, look at this. What are these, guys? If this is a closed trial, what are these shadows behind? You want to tell me who they are? Are they ghosts of the Christmas past? Ghosts of the Christmas present and ghosts of the Christmas future? I'm pretty sure they're not, but anyway. We'll just pretend they're not there, okay? Yeah, whatever. How will that work, my lord? The burden of all arbitration and adjudication falls on my shoulders. Therefore, as you will see, the jurors' bench shall remain vacant today. If no members of the public are present, might I ask who is currently occupying the gallery, my lord? Oh, okay, so there are people. So there are people there, okay, so it's not like... So it's just not open to the public. Oh, so they're not ghosts. Unfortunate. But anyway, yeah. Just like good old Japan. Good old Japan, that's right, our favorite, isn't it? One of these days I need to like play... I need to play the trilogy again. They are members of the judiciary, here to witness proceedings and ensure an equitable trial. Members of the judiciary. Oh my! This is a very unusual trial already. There is, of course, another unprecedented aspect to these proceedings on which I must elaborate. The counsels for the prosecution and the defense are both aliens of Great Britain. Not wrong? Especially Kazuma, like what the hell, man? Like what? Really? I believe it takes an outsider to see the truth sometimes. Okay guys, this I'm sorry I'm getting so distracted, but do you see these button strap things? Do you see how they're holding on for dear life? Jesus, Kazuma, you're how do I say? You're making a strong argument here. Or should I say your chest is making a strong argument? But yeah, to continue. Yes. And as I stand here in this courtroom now, I'm quite certain this is the reason why I had to come to Britain. Kazuma? Very well. Let us commence proceedings. Prosecutor Asogi, your opening statement, if you please. Not gonna lie, I commend the judge for being able to pronounce all these foreign names. That cannot be easy. Certainly, my lord. Oh my gosh, he bows so handsomely. Ah. The incident took place on 1st November at just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 5 o'clock is in the afternoon? Okay, wait. I need to see the freaking... It's been 2 months, so I cannot remember a single thing about what we got. Red-headed leak. Red-headed leak. Red-headed leak. We got... Mr. Vigil. Okay. Back. Then we have this letter of introduction. I don't think that's important. And then we got okay. Abetting escape of blah 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 blah. Okay, that was that. Then we have a red wig. Did we find anything in the... I mean, it's just a wig cat. I mean, I'm sorry, as an ex-cosplayer, like, this is normal to me. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like. That doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruhodo. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you? I'm not sure that's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use lots of burnt lime to keep it in place on your head. So it doesn't get blown off in a gust of wind, I mean. That might be a little inconvenient when you wanted to take it off again, don't you think? I don't think there is anything of consequence on this wig. It doesn't even look that good quality, but I shall reserve the judgment. We got murder weapon. So this is the type of revolver that's standard issue for members of the judiciary then? Yes, and when I asked about whether records are kept about who they're issued to, I was told that for the past 5 years they've been engraved with a unique serial number. Oh, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing like that on this gun. Which tells us that it must have been issued longer ago than that. Okay, so that means it was issued more than 5 years ago. Okay. We got the candelabrum. We got the burnt candle. Probably got shot. Yeah. Ah! There are some black marks here. Look. Yes, they look like some sort of scorch marks. So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here. Do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems. Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them. Okay, we don't really have much else. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got all this covered. Oh, pretty. Smiling Mrs. Virgil. Did we ever examine this thing? performance of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for wear. I'm not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if somebody has enjoyed twisting it around and around for fun. In what situation would that happen? Shall we try twisting it around and around too, for fun? Oh! Ah! What's that? It appears to be some sort of key. It's a key? Wait, whoa! But it's tiny though. It couldn't be a key for a door, not at that size. So what is it for, I wonder? Oh, yo! So it's a key? It looks like a screwdriver though. This looks like some sort of key. Yes, it does. A very tiny and simple key. What's a little key doing inside figuring of a policeman in the first place? And what's it for? Oh boy, we figure out something swell. And guys, we need to like... This is so sad to look at! we got Clint Van Zeke on the left, and we got Barok in the center, and then we got Gregson who still has hair on the right. No. This is so sad. That's really sad. Let's continue. The location was a building of flats on Fresno Street, on the outskirts of the city. The victim's body was discovered there in an old single-room rental property. Yes, Inspector Tobias Gregson, a name known very well indeed to this court. Not least for his miraculous resolution of one of this country's grimmest cases 10 years ago. The Professor case. How sure are you about the time of the incident? Several witnesses on the street outside heard the gunshot and all have reported at the same time. Yes, that's what Gina told us too. There were a number of witnesses. I have here a plan of the room. Okay, we're gonna see. Okay, plan of the room. The victim was found curled up in one corner. It's believed that he was shot from the front at point-blank range and died instantly. How has the range been determined? There were scorch marks around the entry wound. Such marks are caused by the gunpowder used to fire the bullet. But powder hot enough to leave scorch marks is only ejected a few inches beyond the end of the barrel. Okay. In other words, it only happens when the target is at point-blank range. I see, yes. Thank you for the detailed explanation, Counsel. The autopsy report has been entered into the court record. Okay, we're gonna look at it then. Let's see. We got He is 45, his British time of death. Wait, why isn't the time of death written? Anyway, Corona Maria Gori. Victim was shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in instant death. Scorch marks at point of entry. The bullet exited the body from behind. Additional observations. The caliber of the gun used matches that of standard issue firearms for members of the judiciary. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna get. I feel like the Kendall is probably going to have a case here. The murder weapon was found lying beside the victim. And have you managed to ascertain the owner of this firearm? No, my lord. Not conclusively. Bravo, Kazuma-sama. For not trying to use the gun as evidence when its provenance can't be proven. Furthermore, my lord, as I've explained, the revolver was fired at extremely close range. The bullet passed through the victim and struck the wall behind him. There is a candelabrum candelabrum mounted on that wall. And the tip of one of the candles in it was found to have been blown off by the projectile. Noticed that too, didn't we? Yes, that's right. Thank you for the thorough report, Counsel. The setting of the crime is clear to me. You will submit the plan of the crime scene as evidence, please. As you wish, my lord. Crime scene floor plan has been entered into the courtroom. Nice. Is this Fresno Street room Inspector Grigson's private abode? No, my lord. The room is rented to a Mr. Hugh Boone. But there is precious little furniture inside, and it is generally in a poor state of repair. So what on earth was Grigson even doing there? It seems like Grigson has been living a double life. That's kind of like my guess for now. Presumably he was investigating some case or other. When a policeman was informed of the gunshot from the witnesses and rushed to the scene, he found only the deceased inspector and the accused standing alongside holding the revolver. Ah? The attending officer arrested the accused on the spot. So the details of the case are clear. In that case, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. A name, please, counsel. Naturally, the accused himself. Lord Van Zeeks? Hi, Queer Basilisk. Hello, I joined to CBF Kazuma. Kazuma's great, isn't he? Look at them. Look at these straps of like fighting to hold on for dear life. His chest BBF material. Very great. Understand. I absolutely understand. Yes, let's go. As a prosecutor, he believes in the oath of office he's taken and will be compelled to tell the truth. Very well. Let the defendant take the witness stand. I can't believe he's the first one. We're going to So, witness, big titty lawyer. You know who has the biggest titty? Phoenix, right? He doesn't even exist in this time yet, but if I have to say who has the biggest titty in this courtroom, it has to be Barok. Yeah, let's go. Kazuma, that's for our handsome boy Kazuma. Phoenix has big titties. Phoenix has big titty energy, if you know what I mean. He like I'm sorry, I shouldn't say this to someone who's actually drawn Phoenix, but yeah, just I don't know how to describe it. You know how there's like the big D energy and there's big titty energy? Like he got big titty energy. Does that make sense? But anyway, let's go. So, witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Everyone in this game has big titties or big titty energy. I'm so glad you agree. Do I call you queer or do I call you basilisk? Basilisk? Yes. Thank you for being one with my vision. They all got the big. Look at this. His coat is fighting for dear life as well. Thank you for the food, Barok. Yummy. Anyway, Barok Van Zeek's Old Bailey prosecutor. I presume, Lord Van Zeek, that you heard Prosecutor Asogi's opening precis. Precis? How do I pronounce that? E-R-E-C-I-S? How do you pronounce this?
Pracy.
Pracy. Pracy. I don't think it's gonna... Okay. Pracy. Let me just see. You heard Prosecutor Asogi's opening pracy. Okay, got it. I did? Phoenix bigger than Miles at least. Right! Definitely! He got that... Even if not literally, he at least has that big titty energy bigger than Miles. That one I am sure of. You know? He is serving! Everyone's serving here, come on! And let's be real, some of them serve it to each other, but... What? I mean, what? Anyway. Yes, let's continue, yeah. It is alleged that you were found at the scene of the crime, and that you were arrested by the arriving police officer. Can you confirm this? Yes, my lord. Then I'm sure the court would like to hear you explain some things away. Namely, why why you were there in the room on Fresno Street at the time in question. And what exactly took place? Oh, look at that smug smirk! You handsome boy! I intend to explain away nothing. I will simply tell the truth. Ooh. I must say, Lord Van Zieks, I never imagined this day would come. Oh, don't worry, it happens in every game, so really, it's just part of the course. Don't worry about it. Or rather, I didn't want to imagine it would come. But since it became known as the Reaper, part of me has been dreading it. I wish they kept the boot window from the concept design. He had a boot window? Which one, Kazuma? I mean, if it's Barok, then I feel like it doesn't quite match his like noble lineage. If he had a boot window, you know, it's like boot windows are wonderful, but they're not exactly very classy, to be very honest. Your formal testimony then, witness. The witness testimony. The facts of the incident. I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside and I saw no one. A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor. Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. Ah, you are unfortunate, just like freaking Miles Edgeworth. Why is it always like this, huh? That testimony was the whole truth? It was. So, you heard a shot being fired in a room with no living occupants. And moments later, a corpse somehow appeared before your eyes. Is that it? You're right. You haven't explained away anything. In fact, that would barely qualify as an excuse. Ooh, oh shit! Okay, before we continue with this, the Danheng's boot window. Yes. Look, Danheng's boot window was like serving real fine, but he wasn't exactly trying to be a noble or whatever, you know? He's just Danheng, yeah. That's why. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oof. Van Zieks be like, I thought you were my mute apprentice. Yet it turns out you have a way with words, Prosecutor Asogi. It would appear to be a singular tale indeed. Singular isn't the word. It's laughable. What's gone into Kazuma? He's not behaving like himself at all. It's not the Kazuma we know, so it's like, really? This is giving like Apollo vibes. Very well then. Counsel, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. What are we even gonna cross-examine here? Holy shit. Oh, that picture doesn't even look like Kazuma. I'm just going to be quietly looking. Inquiries about me. I think we should press this. A man, you say? One of the witnesses, I presume? That's right. One of the street merchants working on Fresno Street. Prosecutor, who are these merchants? A number of them had set up their stalls directly beneath the boarded window of the crime scene. A match seller, a newsmonger, and a peddler. They've all given statements saying they heard the gunshot. And without thought of danger, they ran inside to see what had happened. Yes, Gina told us about that yesterday, didn't she? Ah, she did! I remember nothing. They burst through the door with some force, it would seem. They did, and almost gave me a heart attack in the process. But you're supposed to be the Reaper. He's still a normal person. The first man to come in immediately noticed the revolver in my hand and fled. A policeman patrolling on Fresno Street heard the commotion and was able to arrest the accused shortly after the incident occurred. Anyway, the man's scream drew my attention in that direction. I see. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, he said that it was like very. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Nothing's making sense. Okay. What do you mean by that? In what way did the body appear? I honestly can't explain it, but it's the truth. As far as I was concerned, the body hadn't been there until that point, and then suddenly, there it was. Did you perhaps hear the sound of the victim falling to the ground just beforehand? At that moment, what I heard was the sound of the door flying open and the scream of the man who came inside first. Nothing more. So he didn't hear anyone falling to the floor. Does that mean that Gregson was already dead? I see. After the man fled, I examined the body. I was stunned to find that it was Gregson. Most curious circumstances indeed. How the inspector was killed or how his body seemed to appear out of nowhere, I have no idea. Oh boy. So, that's Lord Van Zeek's account. Do you have any thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, mainly that it really does ring true in all sorts of ways. Who fired the gun if there was nobody else there? And how did the corpse just appear in front of him? So, you think Lord Van Zeek is lying? No, I don't think that. I mean, if he was going to lie, I would expect him to have come up with a more credible story, wouldn't you? Yes, I completely agree. I think he genuinely doesn't know what really happened himself. So we must do what we can to fill in the gaps. So are you saying I have to press everything? We need more information. Okay, most likely we have to press everything, but you know, to keep things quick, I'll just press all statements. No! Okay, fine, we have to press everything. Let's go. Why are we investigating? You're investigating the inspector? What on earth for? I'm not at liberty to say. Sorry? I'd identified a distinct possibility that Gregson was involved in the case I was investigating. Regrettably, though, he was killed before I could secure the proof I needed. It's the court to understand, then, that on the day in question you followed the victim to the scene. No, I was privy to his movements in advance. How? I stole into his office in the yard and consulted his diary. You read his diary? Barok, I thought you were raised better than that. Come on, is this like the youngest child syndrome or some shit? Come on, Barok, that's not nice. The address on Fresno Street was noted in a 5 PM entry. You illegally entered the man's office? In Japan, that alone would constitute a very serious offense. As it does in Great Britain, I assure you, is that not the case, Lord Van Zeeks? Ooh, kid got caught. I was aware of the possible consequences. So, in summary, you are investigating the victim. And yet, you refuse to tell the court why. I didn't realize British prosecutors enjoyed such freedom to choose what to divulge under oath. Ugh, why did I ever think I could defend this man? Oh my god, I need to screenshot this because this is like every single defense attorney moment, guys. Like, why did I ever think I could defend this person? Okay, we'll press this one too, since you have to press everything. Had you ever been to that address before? No, never. I only learned of the place as a result of my investigations into Grigson's activities. There was no light inside when I entered, so it was all but impossible to make out anything. But at 5 PM, the sun will only just have gone down. It would still have been reasonably light outside. The room has a window, but it was boarded shut. Very little light found its way into the room from outside, so it was extremely murky inside. I wouldn't have noticed if the victim was already lying on the floor. Right, it was too dark. There was no artificial light in the room, you say? You're quite sure? Ah, GG. I'm quite sure that the part of the room where the body was found was very dark. I have a feeling there was a small oil lamp burning on the desk, though I couldn't say for certain. Look, Mr. Naruto. Right, there is a lamp. Right, there we go. There is a small desk in the room just here. Yes, I remember, and there was an oil lamp on it, as well as the framed photograph. When I entered the room, I closed the door behind me and started towards the desk to investigate. And what did you find? Nothing. I never actually reached the desk. Okay. I'll go for this too. So, who fired the gun? I have no idea. I didn't see anybody else in the room. But you say it was very dark in there? Yes, that's right. All I can tell you is I didn't sense another's presence. Aha! Then could it be that the gunshot actually originated from somewhere outside the room? No, that's out of the question. Oh. That's disappointing. Oh. Without doubt, the sound emanated from inside the room. I could smell the gunpowder. So basically, Barok went gunpowder. I'm sorry, I'm being so mean to them today, huh? Also, I don't know if you guys can see, but he has beautiful long eyelashes. Ah, beautiful Princess Barok will save you. Ugh, this is going from bad to worse. Didn't you say that's the point at which you noticed the revolver on the floor? Correct. And I foolishly picked it up. That was carelessness on my part. Presumably then, the gunshot you heard came from the firearm that you somehow hastily took in your hands. In point of fact, my lord, I believe it did not. What? The barrel of the revolver I picked up was cold, and there was no smell of spent powder. But then, where on earth is the gun that was fired? Whilst I would like to oblige you with an answer, I'm afraid I can't. I, too, would dearly like to know that. Okay, so he said that the gun he picked up was like not the one that shot that bullet, right? Ade? Oh my gosh, his voice is so handsome. Surely the court has heard enough. My lord, the cross-examination has clearly revealed that the accused, Barok Van Zieks, is lying on multiple fronts. Oh, this is the first time I've heard this soundtrack. Oh, it's the Kazuma soundtrack, let's go! What is that supposed to mean? Good gracious, counsel! The defendant is lying, you say? In his testimony just now, he claimed that he failed to notice the victim's body because the room was dark. That's correct? No, that's impossible. As proven by this candelabra. How does that prove anything? If you examine the tip of the long candle, you can see it has been blown off by a powerful impact. One would assume that the projectile from the firearm passed through the victim and struck the candle. Yeah. Hi, Painted Bird! Hello, Ace Attorney! That's right, it's Ace Attorney, baby! In this day and age, yes. The problem comes when you consider the other two candles, which are clearly of a different length. Oh shit! So if it blew off that candle, that means the other two will most likely light it up, so that they can burn even more than the other candle. Yes, I can see that only the candle that appears to have been struck by the bullet is long. We could reasonably expect someone to have lit all three candles together, which begs the question of why only one has ended up longer than the others. That must be because that particular candle was extinguished when the others were still burning. Ah! There we go. I knew it. How are y'all doing this morning? We're doing great. It's not morning here, by the way. It's like nighttime, but thank you so much either way. Hey, good morning to you. Good evening to everyone else. You. I is tired, but I'm just glad to finally be streaming this game again. Hey, how are you? I saw that you've been like opening comms and like making really cutesy models. I hope those have been going well. But I felt like last I saw you, you were also playing AA. Well, I don't even remember the last time I saw you. Yes, get that bread, sis. Get that bread, eh? That's right. When the candle was hit by the bullet, it obviously went out. Welcome to the Shibdom, the Painted Ferret. Hello, welcome. Glad to welcome you on both Twitch and YouTube. Okay, feel free to watch whichever works for you. Okay, yeah. I think my community is a bit bigger on Twitch, so don't mind that. But I can see your messages whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch, so yeah. I'm so happy people like my art. Your art is adorable, okay? It does. If I had more money, I would commission like all kinds of artists, okay, including you. But as it is, I'm still trying to make that money, so it be like that. But yes, go get that bread. That's right. When the candle was hit by the bullet, it obviously went out. But the other two candles would still have been burning. So the fact is, the victim's body would have been illuminated by the light still thrown by the candelabrum. And the accused's claim that he couldn't see the body clearly contradicts those facts. Ugh. And now to the next lie. There's more! GG! I'm playing with my one ferret at the moment. Okay, have fun with your ferret. I don't think I can even legally own those where I live, so have fun. The accused also claims never to have visited the scene of the crime before. That's the truth. In that almost empty room, the police discovered something very unusual. The board covered from top to bottom in police documents and newspaper cuttings. Yes, that's right. We saw it too. It goes without saying that the contents of the police documents cannot be divulged. However, they included a number of reports from various historical cases. The oldest of which was from 10 years ago. 10 years ago? This is starting to sound familiar. And there is a common thread linking all of the documents on that board. Indeed, what is this common thread, Counsel? They all relate to cases prosecuted in court by Barok Van Zieks. All of them? And furthermore, all those cases are ones in which the defendant was acquitted. Good lord! Interestingly, none of those defendants are alive today. Ah, shit. Because all of them have been sent to their graves by the Reaper. Ah! Oh no! Oh my gosh, look, Kazuma! Guys, you notice it? Like, when Kazuma slams the table, he's not even like gripping his hand in a fist, you know? It's just his hand loosely just bah! That's immense muscle power. What the hell? Kazuma, excuse you. Who allow you to be so handsome and so pretty? Look at those lashes, they're longer than Barok's. Whew. In short, that dingy little room is the Reaper's secret hideout and his base of operations. Meh? The Reaper's hideout? And yet the Reaper would claim never to have been to his own secret hideout. No one would believe that. No. The truth is, we've been looking at this backwards. What? Explain, Counsel. Inspector Quickson was investigating the identity of the Reaper. When he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout, he was killed. As I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand. What? Anyway, the way Barok is standing is still so classy and refined. We got this. You're a princess, Barok. Order! 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 Very well. I hereby state the current opinion of the court. Barok Van Zieks is an outstanding prosecutor who has rendered great service to his country. However, it is with deep regret that I must concur with Prosecutor Asogi's contention that the defendant's testimony exhibits a number of stark inconsistencies with the known facts. All I have done is state the truth as I know it. Kazuma's done a brilliant job as ever. He's drawing on his experience as a defense attorney to build his prosecution case, and it's formidable. Counsel, you will submit the board that you just showed the court as evidence. I believe it to be fundamental in establishing the facts surrounding the Reaper's existence. Thank you, my lord. The notice board has been entered into the court. What? There's new witnesses? GG. Let's look at the board though. What we got? 20. There are details of a whole raft of cases dating back years on here, aren't there? This paper from 10 years ago is browning with age. Look. Out of interest, the most recent thing appears to be this newspaper cutting here. Oh, it's the same red-headed league advertisement that Mr. Sholmes had picked out. And do you remember? There was a red hairpiece at the scene too. Was Inspector Quickson an exponent of the red-headed league then? What is an exponent? Oh, what is this? What is this handprint? Oh! Oh, what's this? Mr. Naruhodo, look! Oh, yes, it's a smudge of some kind. In fact, it looks just like a handprint. Dun dun dun. And the color, that's blood, isn't it? Oh, dear, how disturbing. Yep. Bloody handprint on the backside. Ooh, pain. I don't think there's... Let's see. Ooh, no. There's nothing else, right? We already saw it, right? Well, what does exponent mean? Exponent? A person who supports an ideal theory and tries to persuade people of the truth of benefits. So basically it means like a supporter or a part of them? I don't know. Really confusing stuff. Anyways. Back to this. Why is my right arm so tired holding the mouse? I don't know why. Normally it's not. I'll use the keyboard controls now. And now the prosecution would like to call new witnesses to the stand. Witnesses who saw events unfold on the day in question. They were mentioned in the previous testimony too, if you remember. Yes, the street sellers who heard the gunshot and went running into the room. Do we get to greet all three of them at once then? Very well, lead the witnesses in. The defendant may step down from the witness stand. Certainly, my lord. He bows so gracefully, he's like, okay, bows. Oh my god. Wait, aren't you that driver? So, witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court. Names? We don't use names. Far too fancy for the likes of us. We're just free and easy. So what we like, live where we want to live. I could give them all a vacant stare as they will walk down Fresno and spin a few words into a verse for them. Would I be right in assuming that all three of you make your living by selling wares on the street? Hey, everyone calls me gossip. I sell jaunty little tidbits to passers-by, you know? Jaunty little tidbits? Got an absolute smasher for you, sir. Right up your ginnel it is. 6 pence is a prize and not a penny less. What? Wait, you're actually trying to sell it to me now? Oh, come on, sir. Don't tell me you're not interested. Try the man. Give him the money and see what it is. Pay the man, counsel. Hey! Why do I have to do it? Alright. 6 pence it is. You won't regret it, sir. Now, got your listening ears on? Just between us, a young couple on Slate Street have just had twins. What? Is that it? No, that's not it. It's gossip, isn't it? It wants to spread. But that bit's up to you and your mouth, of course. I've got more, you know. Want another juicy one? 6 pence a piece it is, if you're curious. I am curious, yes, about what's going on just under that fat bottom lip of yours. Namely the unusual bruise or whatever it is that's poking out from under your collar. Oh, he does have a weird bruise there. What about the next witness, then? What name do you go by and what do you sell? Me? I'm Venus. That's what everyone calls me. Funny, innit? I sell these lovely little fireworks to all local school kids. Did she just ignite it on her butt? 6 pence a pop. What'd you say? Oof. You weren't exaggerating with little. Do they actually sell? Oh yeah, the second years can't get enough of my Venus firecrackers. Especially when I tell them that if they get 100, they could blow up the school. Not the most savory of ideas, young lady. What'd you say then, eh? Want to purchase 6 pence for a pop? Did she just kiss those firecrackers? Man, that's so unhygienic. Wait, what? You want me to buy one? Tell you what, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you get 100 of them, you could blow up the whole courtroom. Try the woman. Give her the money and see if she's... Why is it... Pay the woman, counsel. No! Excuse... Alright, I'll buy one. Lovely stuff. Right then, this is something a bit extra, just for you. The Venus Special. Only 600 pence. What? 600! It's 100 of my regular fireworks. Nothing little about that, is there? And there would be nothing little about the punishment if I blew up the Old Bailey either. Okay, Venus. Firecracker has been entered into the court record. Okay. 6 pence each. Okay, this is gonna be important. And the last witness. What name do you go by and what do you sell? Thinker me. I think all sorts of thoughts. I think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I think. I think? Because I stand there on the street, watching the world go on about me. They call me the Observatory. Get out of it, old man. Everyone calls you Sandwich and you know it. So, you don't actually sell anything? Problem shared is a problem halved, as they say. I give advice, I do, and think what it means. I don't actually sell anything, no, come to think of it. Pity. No more purchases today, please! Come on! Everyone's just bullying Runosuke, what the hell? Well, we have quite a cast here, it seems. They conduct their business on Fresno Street from morning until night, my lord. And always in the same place, directly adjacent to the crime scene. I see. And thus they heard the gunshot, I suppose. Not only that, but they very bravely ran inside to see what was going on and witnessed the crime. But they did not witness the crime as it was happening, they witnessed it after it happened. That's the key. Well, I'll be biggered, I thought. Just between us. Venus de Milo, what am I to do? What a terrible thing I saw! What I think is, if all what we see is light and shadow, but playing with our eyes, is any of it real? Oh, I'm getting a headache just dealing with these. Very well. The court will hear the formal testimony of these 3 witnesses now. I'm in pain. You will describe in detail what you witnessed and heard at the time of the incident. GG. The witness's account. Okay, let's go. We saw the whole thing from start to finish. We did everything from the moment they went in the building. It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang. Seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Gussie couldn't wait to go and see what had happened. I ran into the room and there he was, the Reaper, gun in hand, standing over the dead body. I was scared half to death, me, so I ran off to find a copper. If these witnesses were there the whole day and saw everything, who did they see going inside the building? Only the victim, Inspector Gregson, and the accused, Barok Van Zeeks. I've seen pictures of the Reaper in the paper. I know what he looks like. And just between us, folk love stories like this. I've made myself a tidy sum already. But wait! The room was just one of several flats in the building. Someone from another flat could have done it. All those flats on Fresno Street are unoccupied. Oh, seriously? Guards they are. They're small, damp, dirty, and expensive to boot. The room in which the inspector was found is the only property in the building that's currently leased. And we know the leaseholder's name, don't we? It's Hugh Boom. The testimony the court has just heard would appear to leave little room for doubt. It's becoming increasingly difficult to see how anyone other than the defendant could have committed the crime. No! Thank you for your candor, my lord. Candor. I think it's candor. Yeah. Just to be sure. How does this...
Candor.
Candor. Okay. Candor. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed to cross-examine the witnesses. Okay, you know what? I'm going to follow the guide for this because I cannot do this. In a closed court like this without a jury, the judge is the only person whose opinion matters. I have to break down this testimony. Somehow. Okay, we got this. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, so we press let's press press statement 1. Okay, let's go. We press statement 1. Right. Okay, we press it, baby. When you say they, who do you mean exactly? Inspector Gregson and the defendant, Lord Fanzi. I suppose so. The likes of us don't know the names of the high and mighty. But I'll tell you one thing. It was the old Reaper that went in last, that's for sure and certain. Just behind Inspector Gregson, Did they arrive at the same time as each other? No, not at all. The first fellow must have gone inside a good 15 minutes before he heard that gunshot. The victim arrived 15 minutes before? Are you sure about that? Am I sure? Am I sure? Does it seem likely that I'd have forgotten a fellow with bright red hair like that, does it? Yeah, his hair really were red, weren't it? Redder than my flaming fireworks, even. That fiery red mop still burnt on the inside of my eyelids, it is. Wait a minute. You're saying the man was a redhead? Weren't you listening, chum? Aye, he was a redhead, and he had a big trunk with him as well. But Inspector Grigson's hair isn't red. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It seems likely that the person you saw wasn't in fact Inspector Grigson at all, but some other third party. No, I hate to break it to you, but the witnesses are correct. What? Just have a look at this photograph of the victim taken at the scene. Can I just say red looks horrendous on Grigson? Like, it clashes horribly with his skin. Like, never try anything red again. I mean, not that he ever will, but never do that again, Grigson. Don't. Yes, that's Inspector Grigson, all right. And a red hairpiece. Ah! Of course! We saw one on the floor when we investigated the scene, didn't we? I still refuse to believe Inspector Grigson wore a hairpiece, though. So that why on earth would he have been wearing something like that? The color does seem to suit the man, one might say. No, it doesn't! The photograph will be submitted as evidence. Please, counsel? Okay. And what became of the trunk that the red-headed victim was supposedly carrying? I was informed that no trunk was found at the scene. Oh! So it just disappeared? What? You expect us to have been watching the building every second, do you? We definitely saw him in the dock going in, though. No question about that. Okay, next one that we have to press is press statement 4. Okay. Okay, we got statement 4. Press. Let's go. We have to press statement 4. So then you're the first person to arrive on the scene, is that right? There I was. Kicked the door open like a professional I did, and yelled out, "What's going on with you?" Lord Van Zeke's claims all he heard was a man scream, though. And was it dark inside the room? Hi, Mayagi-ku. Dude looks like he was stung in the lip by a wasp. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. He was probably born this way. No, not dark at all. There were candles burning on the wall. Really? And there was a fella collapsed on the floor. Just between us, it's the first thing I noticed when I got inside. I see. Even though Lord Van Zeek claims not to have seen any such lights on the wall, the next thing I noticed was someone standing right beside the body. The accused, Barok Van Zeeks. That's right, the pale-faced Reaper himself. I was a little shocked, I won't deny it, but I am no lily-livered coward. I stood my ground and gave the Reaper a cold hard stare myself. Why he react? Chotto! Do you have something to add, Mr. Sandwich? There's really nothing to me. Empty in the head I am, just two slices with no middle. That's not a sandwich, though. So I don't know what you could want with me. I think that maybe you just remembered something. Having heard Mr. Gossip's last statement, I mean. But what I think is, we're all nothings, really. We try to dress ourselves up as something else, but at the end of the day, we're all just street sellers. That's enough out of you, Sandwich. Keep your trap shut now. Unless you want us to make you into a real sandwich. Well, when he saw the Reaper, he fell clean over on his backside. That's it? What? Really? Oh, you rotten beggar! I told you to keep that a secret. Screamed, he did. Screamed and scrambled off on all fours. That's all I wanted to say. Mr. Gossip, is this true? The floor was dead slippery, that's why. Planted my hand in a filthy pool of blood, didn't I? Yuck! What? A pool of blood? But listen here. Even when I was sprawled on the floor, I still kept giving that Reaper a cold hard stare. And don't you forget it. Let's just go back. Did you just say you got blood on your hand? I did. Happens to the best of us at times, doesn't it? So I was scared. So I slipped over. We can keep it just between us, can't we? No, Mr. Gossip. I'm going to have to ask you to add that information to your formal testimony. Oh, if I must. Oh my gosh, what the hell is going on? The witness will amend his testimony to include the aforementioned details at once. Okay, okay, examine the back. Okay, we already examined the notice board. Okay, so we have to present it on the news floor. I'm confused though. Okay, let's go. Kazuma is just doesn't have shit to say. I slipped over and got blood on my hand, so I quickly wiped it off on the floor. We're going to present something very interesting to him. Okay, we're gonna present the notice board. Jesus, when did we acquire so many? Because guess where we can find a bloody handprint? On that damn notice board. That's right. So you wiped off the blood from your hand on the floor of the room. Are you quite sure about that? Well, what else do you expect me to have done, eh? Does it really matter? The police found no such handprints on the floor during their investigations. What exactly is the defense asserting? Oh, he fought back. Let's go, Ryunosuke. If you listen, you'll find out. Prosecutor Asogi. Ooh. Certainly, there was no bloody handprints found on the floor. What are you trying to say? There was a handprint and blood left very clearly at the scene. On the back of this notice board. Yes, indeed. Indisputably a handprint in the distinctive color of blood. I heard it, right? That's my right hand. I don't know it anywhere. Oh, so he claims it. Okay, that's great. That works for us. The witness very definitely testified that he wiped his hand on the floor. Any handprints on the back of the board are irrelevant. Not if the board itself had fallen over onto the floor. In that case, it's quite possible for the witness's handprint to have ended up there. Just look at the floor plan of the room. The notice board was in the opposite corner of the room to the victim and in an upright position. Even if it had somehow been toppled and was lying on the floor at that time, it would have been a considerable distance from the body. I fell over when I came across the body, so I was basically right next to the corpse, not on the other side of the room. In other words, the defense's assertion is contradictory. He wants to say bullshit, but obviously he cannot do it in a court of law, so contradictory it is. Yes, it is. Oh, Kazuma's like, oh, you're not backing down? There's a very definite contradiction here. for which there must be a reason. I take it that you've formulated a proper hypothesis, Counsel. He's improved! Our boy is improved! Regarding this apparent discrepancy between the witness's account and the handprint found at the scene. I have, my lord. This discrepancy between the witness's account and the location of the handprint is explained by the board moving. The real contradiction here is the handprint itself, not where it was found. As the court can see, it's upside down. Good gracious! So it is. If the witness had put his hand against the board, the finger should be pointing upwards. What does that tell us? It tells one simple fact. When this handprint was made, the board must have been lying on the floor as I previously suggested. Which means that after the incident, it must have been moved. What? Holy shit. You're claiming that somebody moved the notice board after the shooting? Then tell the court who. Why is it on me again, huh? I don't know that yet. But the point is, when you consider all the testimony we've heard so far, we can now be very clear on one point. And that will be the position of the notice board at the time of the incident, my lord. So, counsel, I must ask you to clarify your assertion for the court. Okay, so where it is, let me just check it in. This one should be to the right of the doorway. Where do you maintain the notice board situated? Probably somewhere here. This is the only possible location. Look at this! Look at this! Yo, this is quite cool actually. Look at that. Immediately adjacent to the doorway? If the court would think back to the testimony given by the defendant earlier, he said that when he entered the room, it was dark, and he couldn't see the body. But if the notice board had been here, the body would have been completely hidden from view. And the light from the candles would have been blocked, making the room appear dark. But the accused also claims that the victim's body simply appeared before him. That's true? Or, in his precise words, just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Brixton appeared before me. I don't know about calling it a scream, but he was talking about me and no mistake. Because it was me that kicked the door open. If you look again at the floor plan, so he kicked the door open, right? Consider what would happen if the door to the room was thrown open with force. Bam! That can't... The door struck the notice board, knocking it over and making the victim's body visible. Good gracious! My client has told nothing but the truth. He has simply described what he saw. Gag! Oh my gosh! Kazuma feeling frustrated. Let's go. Order! Order! Counsel, how has this not come to light before now? After the incident, somebody must have righted the board and moved it into the position where the police, myself, and my colleague saw it when investigating the room. Witness, what have you to say for yourself? What? Me? My lord? You and your fellows were there at the scene before anyone else. It goes without saying that you must know something about the position of the notice board. I could go take it out on you in private. Shh! Shh! I genuinely don't know how to be banging at this point in time, just saying. Yeah, I cannot imagine how it's gonna happen. They're gonna have like the Angie bang bang? Maybe? The witness witnesses in the stand will testify again. You will each explain exactly what you did upon arriving at the scene of the crime. Stop looking over your glasses at me. I get the message. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on to like part 2. The mystery of the moving board. Okay. I don't know anything about that there notice board. I just want my hand on it. That's all. Well, don't look at me. I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years at the time. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. Just a sign at the crossroads of life. It was the Reaper, I bet. He's got a face that screams bored. I can't see how this changes anything, anyway. The detective still died when we heard the gunshot. Okay? That told us shit nothing at all. Alright. Let's go. So none of you can elaborate further. Shaken by the crime they witnessed, and with only the light of a few candles and an oil lamp by which to see. You can't expect these witnesses to be able to give a more precise account of what happened. That's right, yeah. You don't pay to expect too much. It's man's endless quest for knowledge that's destroying the world. That's what I think. Do you? Really? In any case, as this testimony shows, even if the notice board was moved by somebody following the incident, it makes no difference. Oh my gosh, do you see the way he slowly closed his eyes? That was a beautiful animation. When the gunshot rang out, the accused was the only person at the scene. In short, the only person who could possibly have committed this crime is Barok Fenzi. None of this wrangling over the board changes that simple fact. Quite so. Does the defense still wish to cross-examine the witnesses despite the circumstances? Oh well, no, we don't have much of a choice, huh? Most certainly, my lord. Very well. Then you may proceed, counsel. Jesus. Okay, so we're supposed to cross-examine. Press the news. Press the statement 2. Yes. When you say you were doing business with them, you mean you were selling them fireworks? Yeah. What else? There's the prairie school just around the corner, see? Those cheeky little so-and-sos have got a plan to blow their school to kingdom come. So I've been telling on them, letting the teachers know what they're up to. Oh, you have? Yeah, we don't want anyone to get hurt, so I let the school know the kids are playing with dodgy toys. Then, praise the Lord, the teachers take all the fireworks off them. And then, praise the Lord again, the kids all come back to me to buy more. Everyone's happy, see? You sneaky... That's so smart. Oh shit, that is very smart. This is a businesswoman. How is she not rich? Yo, this is like businesswoman. She is so smart. What? Damn. This business model is busting. What a racket. Of course, and sometimes the teachers give me a little bonus to thank me for letting them know. It's a busy old life selling explosives. Venus is a guileful goddess indeed. Guileful? Hold on. Guileful. What is this? Is this how you pronounce it?
Guileful.
Yes, guileful. Got it, guileful. Having or showing sly or cunning intelligence. Ooh, I learned a new word today. Guileful. Okay, very good. Let's continue. Well, telling barefaced lies is kind of my thing. Really, I'm never so good at it. You again? What is it this time, huh, sir? Something anything wrong, Mr. Sandwich? If I said it was, could we just leave it at that? Would that be the end of it? No. Did Miss Venus's statement just now bring something to mind, perhaps? Philosophical thoughts. Deep philosophical thoughts. Let's say there was a great liar. And that great liar said, without batting an eye, telling barefaced lies is kind of my thing. I'm ever so good at it. Would those words of hers be a lie too? Or the truth? In which case, she's not a liar. Ooh, it's a hellish paradox, that one. Don't you think? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But it seems to me you're suggesting Miss Venus has been lying, are you? What are you on about, old man? Trying to cause trouble, are you? Have you two been bullying this old man? Jesus. Keep on like that? And I'll wrap your whole body in firecrackers and set them off. That'll give you something to tremble about. You have a startlingly disturbing mind behind that sweet and innocent face, young lady. So, Miss Venus has lied in her testimony. Is that what you're saying, Mrs. Sandwich? Well, if it means I'll be burning in hellfire for the rest of my days, so be it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Can you elaborate, please, sir? Old blabbermouth here headed for the room where the gunshot seemed to come from. But there was someone else who crept up the stairs behind him too. That's right, that rotten liar over there. Hehe. Do you mean to say that you did in fact betake yourself to the scene of the crime after all? Her ass so rough she could just light a matchstick on it, huh? What did I tell you, eh? Stop throwing dangerous things around. I said I was good at telling barefaced lies, didn't I? Yes, you mentioned it. Well, that revelation rocked the whole courtroom, didn't it? Who knew firecrackers packed such a punch? So you did indeed visit the scene of the crime, did you, young lady? Good grief! Well, now you come to mention it, I suppose perhaps I do clearly remember climbing the stairs to the room. Either you clearly remember it or you don't. Well, I shall consider a fitting punishment for this perjurious act later. What, like you're finally gonna start punishing these people now? Lol? For the time being, you will immediately amend your testimony to reflect the truth. Oh, yes, my lord. Of course. Maybe I did sneak along behind Gossip and have a little peek into the room where it all happened. Okay, we'll press this one. No. Go back. You make a habit of lying, do you, Miss Venus? Well, I suppose so. I don't really know, to be fair. If you want my advice, though, I'll take everything I say with a big pinch of salt. Alright, but you did in fact go to the room where the victim was killed on the day in question, didn't you? Oh, please, as if I would. I can think of anything more terrifying. The truth, please. Well, alright, just a bit then. I mean, a girl my age is curious about stuff, you know? Did you touch anything at the scene? Oh, please, as if I would. I mean, there's a dead body on the floor. The truth, please. Oh my gosh, Kazuma's seen through all that shit. She's like, nah.
Alright
participant then. I had a look to see if there was anything I could sell. So I did give the place a once-over, but it was nothing to write home about. Right. Now, I hesitate to ask, but you didn't move the notice board by any chance, did you? Oh, please, as if I would touch anything like that. Just a few bits of loose change is all I add. The truth, please. He really went, the truth, please. Alright then, I thought there might be something worth having underneath it. So I blasted the flippin' thing. Sorry, flip the blasted thing. Whoa. You're telling us that you did move that board? Oh my gosh, he's so pissed! Eh. I think that did slip out, didn't it? What? You tapped the burn bot! I don't believe it. That girl doesn't think. So, did you find anything there? Something that you might have taken, perhaps, to sell? Oh, please, I should be so lucky in my imagination. The truth! Now! I might have found this old pocket watch under the notice board, I suppose. You know, Kazuma has this insane talent to get his witnesses to speak the truth. Whereas, remember how Miles was like struggling to the end of his days to get his witnesses to like do anything at all? Like, Kazuma is just the truth, and then they just okay, I'm telling you. I might have found this old pocket watch under the notice board, I suppose. But a bit of junk like this can't be worth much of it. So it was you, was it? You're the one who took it. Gina? Young lady, may I remind you where you are? That watch there. There was a present to Inspector Gregson from the yard for a big case he solved 10 years ago. The professor case, no doubt. The boss used to wind it up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his grub to come at the pub. I see. I slapped it off him once, and blimey was he upset. He gave me a right earful. Said he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years polishing it and winding it. It meant the world to him, that watch did. Possibly not the best thing to go diving for then. Yeah, that's why she got an earful for that, yeah. Hi, and yes, hello. These people are just gonna get themselves with misconduct, obstruction of investigation, and tampering the crime scene. I know, right? Oh, Jesus. It's not all that, though. I took it to Jabez's at night to ask how much it was worth, but the old dealer wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't give me a penny for it. Said it wasn't working. Knocked about it worthless, he called it. Ah! I knew I should have lifted it. Okay, so you can squeeze about 4 people into the stand. That watch must be submitted as evidence at once. Oh, please. Just so long as you promise to give it back when we're done. No! Not a chance. I'll swipe it from you if you try to get your grubby mitts on it again. That's enough. Hand the watch to the bailiff forthwith. Now, children. Watch your manners. Good lord. The glass appears to be broken. More than likely, it shattered when the inspector was shot. It doesn't tick anymore either. Which is why Jabez didn't want it. What a waste, eh? Yes, indeed, it appears to have stopped at the hour of 5. So he really was shot on the dot at 5. How convenient, right? Exactly when the gunshot was heard, then. Supports the prosecution's claim, of course. Rickson's pocket watch has been entered into court record. Okay, we need to take a look at, like... we need to take a look at, like, what's on there. Okay, the glass over the face really is badly cracked. Look. What a shame when the inspector clearly looked after it so carefully. I imagine Mr. Sholmes could repair it. don't you? Yes, I should think so. He's very adept at things like this. A useful man to have around, in fact. What's this, praising Sholmes? I kinda remember that he's a great detective. Mr. Naruhodo? Not an odd job, man. He might as well be, though. Okay, what's on the back? Really? Nothing else? Oh, wait! Guys, doesn't this look like... Doesn't this look like the tiny key thing? Ah, there's a tiny little keyhole here. Can you see? Oh, yes, that's probably for the winder used to wind up the mechanism. It looks a little unusual, don't you think? Yes, you need just the right key to wind it, I imagine. Why do I feel as though I've seen something? Something a bit like a key that's about the right size to fit in this hole. It would be wonderful if we had the key. Let's check carefully over what we've already found. We do have the key! Let's go! We do actually have the key, baby! Examine the key. Okay, we'll just... Yeah, we have to examine the key again. We did things a bit off order, but it's okay. Okay, we're going to just let it... You're gonna get a key so that they can combine it? Some sort of key. Not that size. Okay, let's... No? Mr. Sato, do you think perhaps this key could be the key for Inspector Grigson's watch? Oh, yes! Yes, it could be! Let's try it at once! There's not a moment to lose! Come, come, come. Yo! I knew it! A perfect fit! And look! The Inspector's watch has started going again! Ah, so it has obviously just not been wound up, that's all. What is it, Mr. Sato? Well, if the watch isn't actually broken after all, I have a feeling it could have profound implications. She's deep in thought. Perhaps I better start thinking deeply too. But that's not how it works. Okay, so it's not broken. That means... What does it mean, actually? Okay, what does it actually mean? Okay, on statement 5... Wow, this is... You have something pretty insane. As predicted, it had very little bearing on the case. Now then, continue with your cross-examination, please. Blah, 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 blah. I think we're getting close, okay? Okay, we are gonna present something. Yeah, music stopped, which means we did something right. I'm afraid that's not necessarily the case. Oh. At the scene, we found this key to the winder of the inspector's pocket watch. A key? And having wounded the pocket watch, we discovered that it in fact still works. You see, the watch didn't stop because it was broken at all. And that fact completely undermines one of the most fundamental premises on which this entire case has been built. What? Order! 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 But counsel! The watch was stopped at almost exactly 5 o'clock. Yeah? Which is just when we heard that gunshot. It is. Exactly the hour. The time that was showing on the watch tells us nothing other than when it wounded down. It's merely a coincidence that it happened to be at 5 o'clock. Even if that's true, the 3 witnesses here all heard the gunshot at 5 o'clock. So that's obviously when this crime was committed. No, that doesn't hold. Why not? Recall what Inspector Lestrade said only moments ago. The boss used to wind it up every evening without fail when he was waiting for his grub to come at the pub. Said he hadn't missed a day in the last 10 years, polishing it and winding it. It meant the world to him that watched it. The victim was in the habit of winding his watch once a day in the evening. We can reasonably assume therefore that he wound the timepiece on the evening before he died as well. Welcome to the sheep, the MPW, welcome! Yes, that would be entirely reasonable. But if that's the case, you wouldn't expect the watch to have completely wound down by 5 o'clock the following day. Oh, well, how do you explain it then? In summary, the evening before the day of the incident, when the gunshot rang out in that room, the inspector was already unable to wind his watch. You can't mean... What would stop a man winding his watch if he's been in the habit of winding it every single evening for 10 years? The obvious answer is that he was already dead. I knew it! Order! Order! Counsel death is the most extraordinary claim! Extraordinary isn't a word. It's absurd. You claim he was already dead the night before? Do you really think that Scotland Yard's coroner would have overlooked something like that? On that subject, there is something rather surprising. There's actually an omission in the coroner's report. Yeah, there was no time written. It was weird. Hello, Fate. Hello, welcome in. The time of death is not noted. That's right. Wait a minute. You're forgetting that my legs went from under me when I kicked the door in. What do you mean? Like I said, I planted my hand in a dirty great puddle of blood. Yes, so the victim's blood hadn't dried. It was fresh. He catches unfares, doesn't he? But that blood could be explained in any number of ways. It could have been put there afterwards. Oh, sorry. Some fresh blood could have been poured over the victim's body. Does my learned friend think that fresh blood is available on every street corner? Why is this so funny? wait, I'm sorry. I got distracted by like people. God, oh my god. Damn, they look so ancient, but they're actually only in their 40s. Okay. Let's just go back, I guess. Well, it needn't necessarily have been human blood, of course. We've been told previously that Scotland Yard has no way to identify blood as human. The problem is currently being researched. At present, you are correct. It is beyond our abilities. So then, a chicken's blood could have been used, for example. It's certainly a possibility that it wasn't the inspector's blood at all. Dun dun dun! But the gunshot was heard at 5 o'clock that afternoon. That's beyond question. Is it though? Oh, whoa! What? Given that the time of death of the victim has already been called into question, it isn't beyond the realms of possibility that what these witnesses heard wasn't a gunshot at all. Oh, please, what are you trying to say? Us lot know what we heard, and it was loud bang that came from their room. Now you listen to me. A street seller's ears are his livelihood. I don't doubt your ears, sir. But all you can state with certainty is that you heard a noise. Eh? Explain yourself, then, counsel. A noise that sounds like a gunshot. Could have been made with... Wow, I wonder what it could have been made with. I wonder. Oh, let's go. Well, the culprits could have used something like this, for example. Oh, really? A demonstration is in order then, I feel. What? Yes, please! Show the court how you could use that to create a noise like a gunshot. We're waiting, counsel. Why is Ryu always being bullied? Oh, this is so painful. I may have been mistaken. It looks like you've been making a lot of noise yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. Yeah! No! Wait, it's not that? Then what is it? What is it then? Wait. Okay, so we need to examine the fuse of it first. God freaking damn it. Okay. Got it. Yeah, let me just... Kazuma's got a devastating way for it to reach to. Okay. Fine. Jesus, do we have to examine everything? Of course we have. This one? Okay, we have to examine the fuse. If you had an idea, Mr. Naruhodo, you're staring at the end of the string of fireworks. Sorry, it's just that it's the Venus special. I was wondering what 600 pins worth of fireworks would sound like. Shall we find out? What? But she said you could blow up the courtroom. Alright, that was a fairly sizable bang. My ears are still ringing, Mr. Naruhodo. It sounded almost exactly like... Oh, okay. We got it. So we can present this now. Okay, then. Could have been made with this one. This is so stupid. But okay, where this go? Something like this. The culprit could have set off one of these to fake a gunshot. Good gracious! The very fireworks that was sold by the witness? Now hold on a minute. Are you saying I did it? My pretty little firecrackers only make a little pop anyway. See? Not 100 of them together. The Venus special that you sell for 600 pennies sounds like this. Boom! As the court can now attest, it sounds very much like a gunshot, in fact. You're trying to suggest that somebody set one of these fireworks off at the scene? I'm suggesting that somebody knew the defendant was in the room at 5 that day and thought to implicate him by creating a sound like a gunshot for these peddlers on Fresno Street to hear. But even the accused himself has testified that he saw no one else in the room at the time. Whether it was a gun or a firecracker, the only person present to cause the bang was Barok Van Zieks. One whiff of a match and my firecrackers go pop. See? It's why people like them. I fear for your fingers, young lady. Recently, during my time here in Britain, I've learned of a very useful invention indeed. Something called a time bomb. Good heavens, a bomb? Yes, a device that allows you to blow up whatever you like, whenever you like. Mr. Naruhodo, I worry that your unfortunate phrasing there may lead to yet another international incident. No, wait, it's the whenever you like part that's important. A timed device? Yes, exactly, a timed device. Something of that nature could have been planted at the scene. A device that was able to produce the sound of a gunshot long after the culprit had left. Your extravagant claim will have to be substantiated with evidence, counsel. What proof do you have to suggest in any way that the time device was employed to create a gunshot sound? Pendulum. Is the pendulum wrong? Okay, we will go and pendulum. As the court has already discussed, the tip of one of the candles in this candelabrum has been blown off. Indeed, because it was struck by the bullet, which presumably passed through the victim. I don't think that's possible, my lord. Not possible? Why? Because of the scorching. There are gunpowder scorch marks clearly visible on the broken candle. There are? Goodness, yes! But is it not the case that there was also scorching on the victim around the bullet entry wound? That's right, yes. But as we heard earlier, scorching like that only occurs when the target is at very close range, a matter of centimeters from the gun. Ah! Which means that the scorching on the candle can't possibly be the result of a gunshot. You're suggesting it came from the fireworks. How can that be, eh? The fact that there's such a visible scorching on the candle suggests that the fireworks must have been right next to it when they exploded. Or to put it another way, the candle and the firecrackers were joined together. The culprit somehow attached the firecrackers at a point partway down the candle. After the killer had left the scene, the candle slowly burnt down along with the other two. Oh shit, this is so smart! Oh my god! Until eventually it ignited the fuse of the firecrackers, generating a loud bang! Oh, damn. And that is how these three witnesses came to believe they'd heard a gunshot at 5 o'clock. Well, what a plot! And this implies that the victim could have died earlier than we've been led to believe. The previous day, even. Now, just hold your horses. You all as law here saw the victim going into the building, remember? I couldn't forget that flame-colored air even if I wanted to. The person you saw entering the building wasn't the victim at all. Consider this. Ah! Obviously, anybody can wear a wig. So the person that these witnesses saw entering the building 15 minutes before the incident occurred could easily have been someone else entirely wearing the red headpiece. Someone else? Do you mean to say? It was the same person who contrived the firecracker trick. In other words, Inspector Grigson's killer. Oh, very impressive, Yonosuke Naruhodo. Kazuma? I'm really quite amazed you've come this far. But after all, wasn't I the one who told you that you had all the makings of a great defense lawyer? Dun dun dun! I also noted the lack of a time of death in this report, a stark omission. But as far as I'm concerned, this whole country's justice system leaves a lot to be desired. Ooh, bold words there, Kazuma, very bold words. Order! 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 Prosecutor Asogi, what on earth do you mean by that statement? I hear that many of the leading members of Britain's judiciary are present to observe this trial today. So we cannot allow even the slightest doubt to be overlooked. Washington? The defense's assertion about the time of death based on the victim's stopwatch is just conjecture. But, while the possibility exists that my learned friend may be correct, we have a duty to explore it. Well, certainly, I would agree with you. And what immediately comes to mind is, of course, what was Inspector Grigson doing and where did he go on the day before the incident? Do you know? The inspector always carried out his investigative work alone. His movements were treated as confidential within Scotland Yard. Even within the yard? However, considering the evidence we've been presented with so far, I'll say it's fairly apparent what case the man was pursuing. Wouldn't you, my learned friend? I do have a feeling about what case he might have been investigating. Yes, I agree. Surely. My lord, the defense believes it can explain to the court the case that was being investigated by Inspector Grigson at the time of his death. Very well, counsel. Present your argument to the court. It was definitely the red-headed league. Definitely. I believe this red hairpiece points to the answer. You might assume it was part of a disguise used to carry out an undercover investigation. Surely not. Such a brightly colored hairpiece would only serve to make the inspector more noticeable. Yes, that's quite true. It would definitely have made him stand out in a crowd. Except, that is, in a crowd of gentlemen from the Red-Headed League. The Red-Headed League? So, it already worked it out. Look at Kazuma, he's so proud, so smug of Ryunosuke. Beautiful. So good. What on earth is this all about? Is this such an extraordinary league of gentlemen? The Red-Headed League is currently under investigation for grand deception. A deception of what nature, counsel? You've been targeting red-headed men across all of London and tricking them out of small sums of money. Oh. 2 men were arrested for the misdemeanor only yesterday, in fact. My lord! The defense calls for those 2 men to be summoned at once. Two redheads? Oh, they must be in short supply here, I guess. Inspector Gregson clearly infiltrated the Red-Headed League using this hairpiece, so it's very likely that he had direct contact with these criminals. And it's quite possible that such contact led to more serious events. Wait, didn't Sholmes arrest like two of them? Yeah, we're gonna see them again, aren't we? This game doesn't waste models. I concur that we cannot in good conscience leave this new avenue unexplored. Well done, Mr. Naruhodo! Well, it's another possible line of inquiry for us at least. The prosecution will make immediate arrangements for the charged men to appear. Bring these 2 Red-Headed League conspirators before me, Prosecutor Asugi. Sogi. At once, my lord. Very good. We will have a 30-minute recess. Court is adjourned. Oh, is it going to be continued? To be continued! What the hell? What? What? Oh my god. Damn. Override. Okay, we have overwritten. What? Oh my gosh, I just knew we were gonna have to bring the Red-Headed League into this. I just didn't think it would develop this way. Also, Kazuma, can I be thirsty for like a hot minute? I'm just, oh my gosh, Kazuma looks so good. Kazuma is so handsome. So is Barok, but I know this is his case, but Barok can and go rest in the defendant's chair for a bit, and then we will just enjoy like Kazuma's a beautiful a big titty energy. I will not retract that statement. I did enjoy it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that was actually shorter than expected. I kind of allocated like about 3 hours to this streams to like really explore this part here, but it seems like it was a bit shorter than I expected. Also, probably because I used the guide pretty early on, so that we didn't have to waste a lot of time like jumping about, being like, wait, what? No, who, what, where? Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed the process nonetheless. Okay, I don't think we have time to continue to the next part. We have time to continue to the next part today, because if I do that, and assuming the next part also takes about 2 hours, then that would go all the way to like 1 a.m. And I don't know if I have the ability to last that long. Yeah. Okay. So for my future plans, I mean, if anyone is still watching, don't worry, lurkers, just do your thing, don't mind. Yeah, I was thinking on Sunday, I have already planned for a Sunday tarot stream. Okay, so I mean, by hook or by crook, I have to get started doing tarot readings again. If not, I'm really gonna get out of practice. That's not good for me. That's not good for anything. All right, so I will do my best to be present for Sunday's tarot reading session. Okay, so I think Friday works for us actually. Friday for this Great Ace Attorney until we finish this game should be a pretty good option. Okay, and then is Honkai Star updating next week? If it is, I might slot one stream on like Wednesday, which is usually the update day. I can't freaking remember, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see about the timeline there. Okay, just let's just put that on hold for a bit. Okay, but I will look forward to see you guys on Sunday. Okay, like I said, tomorrow I do have an interview for another job. My job situation is kind of like unideal right now, so that's why I gotta go and work extra hard. Okay, going on interviews even though it's a Saturday, because if I do get this job, it's going to include working some Saturdays, which I'm not too keen on. But we'll just have to see what's open to me. Yeah, right. Okay. So that being said, guys, thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed my totally professional voice acting and playing as usual. And please stay with me while I send you guys off to someone else. Okay? Okay then. See you this Sunday. Okay, see you this Sunday. Adios. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.